The good thing about this event is that the talent is very varied. We have classes and competitions for all different types of instruments. So you have pianists, woodwind players, brass, instrumentalists, vocalists, string players. The ensembles are excellent as well. And you get to see the progress of the kids who've been entering from a very young age. So we also get people from across the border who come and compete. And it's always fun to see the kids grow up and what they, how they improve year after year.
So what's going to be happening, or what has been happening from the 20th to the 24th? What do you do here in the hall?
Well, we have separate classes. We call them classes, each competition. And they're subdivided into instruments and age. So, for example, on Wednesday, we had all the junior performers, which are basically the middle school performers, and they compete in voice, piano, brass, woodwind, string, ensembles, duets, and drums and percussion. So we had that on the first day. The second day is the intermediate performers, which are the early years of comprehensive. And then on the Friday, we have the senior performers, all ensembles, all that, the same categories every day. And then Thursday morning and early afternoon, we have the infants and beginners, and we have the school festival day, which is fantastic because we get to hear all the school choirs and all the school ensembles, and they come in the morning and they spend the morning here. They get adjudicated, and then the top 3 school choirs get to compete in the gala to see who's the best school choir, and they get a bursary for the school as well.
And with instruments such as brass and string, are you still surprised that in this day and age a lot of people like to take that up, that they do that as a hobby, that they do that as a passion?
Well, I'm actually quite surprised that there's not more kids that want to do that, and I understand that there's a lot of things that the kids are exposed to and choose to do. And here in Gibraltar, we're very fortunate that everything's so accessible that kids tend to do 10 activities a week as opposed to maybe focusing on one. So I'm surprised that we have kids, considering that they're not the most popular instruments like woodwind and brass, but I'm really surprised that with all the benefits that music can give you as a person, and with regards to discipline and how your brain functions and everything, that more parents don't actually push kids to really take up their instruments a bit more seriously. But it's good to have so many kids involved. As it is, we've got over 500 kids in the festival, so I'm just a bit greedy and I want to have thousands.
With music and entertainment these days, a lot of things geared towards electronic. Is it refreshing in an event like this to see people are still taking up, not as many as you said that you'd like to see, but that people are still using instruments, that is a musicality that isn't going away?
Oh, it's fantastic for me. Any sort of music or any sort of creation of music I think is excellent, be it electronic or live instruments. So here we get a nice little combo of electronic amplified instruments and live instruments. And I know at the moment we don't cater in this type of festival for like electronic music, like computer music, but that's something that we'll develop into. And that all develops from having an understanding of live music and music in itself. So it's just, times develop, and I wish that more kids took, the old style instruments. But it's what it is. We have to move with the times.